Welcome back, everyone, to DuckTales Remastered.
Wub wub.
As per usual, for me, because I made this a ritual, every time I started a new video, I would dive into the vault.
Of course. We always start the part off by taking a much-needed gold bath.
And yeah, like you see there in the money bin, every time you get one of the treasures, it's added into the money bin.
Yes.
Because where else is it going to go? In a museum prop? Ha!
All the gems.
That does remind me of a joke from the DuckTales movie. It's like, I'm gonna donate it all to your museum. That doesn't sound like Uncle Scrooge. Then I could write it off as a tax benefit. That does sound like Uncle Scrooge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, welcome to Transylvania.
We're going to Transylvania.
Where I'm sure nothing bad is gonna happen.
And it's not the land of Dracula, it's the land of Duckula.
Yes.
Because ducks.
And I'm positive that there's gonna be no overarching plot that'll lead us here ever again. Oh, hey, Webby.
Oh yeah, she's coming along.
Mm-hmm. No idea where she... I think she just was locked in the helicopter on accident. Look at that little jig.
Da, 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 da.
Real bone jangles over there.
This is it, kids. Dracula Manor. Home of the legendary Drake von Gladstone.
Wasn't Drake Von Duck a different character from a different, company?
I think they referenced him a few times in the show. I don't know if he ever appeared.
No, there's a whole cartoon with a duck vampire who...
Oh, you're
eats, like,
talking about
tomatoes or
Count
something.
Duckula.
Right.
It's not related to this, though.
Right, I don't think it's Disney.
Hey,
It's not.
Look at this. The Junior Woodchuck guidebook says Drake von Gladstone.
But I do know that name Drake von Gladstone has been referenced a few times in the show.
They really should have gone with Duckula.
Well, again, we have
Sorry,
Count
Webby.
Duckula. They probably wanted to avoid confusion.
Yeah. You're right about that.
And it's not like
forgot-
it's not like Count Duckula's in the public domain as far as we're
Yeah,
concerned.
and I forgot that was a show that existed in Canada.
We were just talking about that, though.
That went over my head.
To be fair, I think that show went over everyone's head.
Oh, look, automatic doors.
Whoa!
But
Oh,
you better stick close to me, just in case.
automatic doors, how convenient.
Yeah. And sorry, folks, this was before Webby got the much-needed character
You boys
change.
stay put.
Facelift,
Keep an
fully
eye on
slipped.
She's still just your little girl duck.
Yeah.
Not to say that's always a bad thing. It's just that, well, it's a product of its time, and it still is in this case.
Well, you could say the same thing for the nephews.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to be fair, the nephews never really had personalities to begin with.
Yeah.
True. I mean, we give them. To be fair, though, we always give them a pass because they're pretty much irrelevant. They pretty much had that kind of characteristic since their inception back in the 40s.
Yeah. 'Cause they weren't really meant to have any kind of character outside of just being the annoying nephews for Donald.
Yeah. Again, it just makes it all the more amusing that they
Wait,
just.
Webby?
Hey,
Webby.
Webby!
Oh boy.
Ah, nuts.
Well, now look what you did, Webby. This is all your fault, Webby.
You made them shift their.
You got them.
How do you feel about how do you feel about getting your nephews into danger, Webby?
They're not her nephews.
Oh my
the
god!
point
I'm
is-
hissed.
The
Ah!
point is,
It's
the
okay.
point is, it's your fault, Webby.
Yeah,
I honestly did not need that visual in my head. Thanks, Gwee.
my
follow
brain.
It's
It's
fine.
okay. We're just having fun.
If I could just-
Your brain has gone off to Transylvania.
And just to say real quick about Transylvania, people that play the original game know that Transylvania is kind of a recurring thing in the original game because you had to go to there so many double damn times. They thankfully fixed that in Remastered.
Yeah, you only have to go there once now.
Yeah.
I'd have to go there multiple times.
Well, for the
Because-
case of... Well, first
Go
off,
ahead.
in the case of the African mines, you had to go back there to get the key to activate the elevator. And then there's the final boss, which takes place in Transylvania.
Okay. Also, Gwee, are we gonna go up to that chest, or...
I was trying to see if I can hit it because I don't know if I don't think I could pogo
I
up
feel
on
like
top
you,
of
I
it.
feel like you can, but
Yeah, if you did it from the top
Well,
stair.
at the time, I don't remember if I successfully did or not.
well,
Okay.
dang it,
He is
Ash
fine.
Gwee.
So,
Ow!
yeah, you're gonna have to... There you go. Now you can hit them.
Folks, I can assure you, she's probably gotten a lot better since this recording. Don't take this as
Yeah.
being bad at it.
No,
Leave
I
our
think
hor-
if I went back and played it again, I think I'd be better at it.
Still, leave our dragon alone.
I did this in 2015.
What is with these skeletons? They're just they suck.
Oh dear God, you're right. This was recorded. This was recorded 4 years ago. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Ouch.
almost 4 years ago.
Jesus Christ! Talk about taking a long time just to get to it.
I want to ask.
Well, we're
just for
doing it now.
I want to ask for comparison's sake, Logan. How old is your Partners in Time footage?
2016.
Okay, I thought yours was older, so I just needed.
This is one of the first things that we were looking at as a group, but then just other things kept happening.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it was already bad enough how long it took just to get started on the first part in Luigi.
Yeah. Which, we'll be talking about that later. Ow.
I mean, hey, I'm just glad. God, that's all out of my chest.
Yep. Now it's my turn. Ish. Later. Also, these balls and chains are helping us, but these things are pretty monstrous.
Yeah,
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bit.
Unless you
Oh,
unravel
I think I
them.
poked it. Oh. Well, it doesn't matter anyway.
Doesn't matter. You can either kick them in the head or just bash on the ball and chain just to do them in.
Phew. So. Goodness me, what to talk about.
Well, we could talk about this. We could talk about this gorgeous dubstep in this remix.
I don't think this is dubstep.
It is.
It's a little bit.
It's honestly a better case of dubstep because it's not quite as obnoxious about it. Like, it feels more like a background prop than just being the lead.
Oh boy.
Oh, hello.
That was a nice freeze frame on the naked mummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still love that detail.
Oh,
Like every
this
time
gave me a bit of trouble.
Yeah, it takes a little bit to master.
I forgot I had to duck in this.
Duck! And you're like, yes, you're right. Scrooge is a
Pun not
duck.
intended. Fuck.
There goes my joke. I was being all like, duck! It's like, you're right, Scrooge is a...
Look out for that deer! Look out for what, honey?
Ow.
Yeah, that's
See,
when
sorry,
I
now I'm
finally
also
figured
just-
out. Oh yeah, I can duck under that.
And I'm
But yeah,
sorry,
it's
now Hype has me thinking, a star, make her wish,
Wish,
honey.
honey.
You know, now that I look back on those 2 times she literally got hit by the wall, it just makes me wonder what it'd been like if we got a 2D Daffy Duck game from Way Forward.
That would be
Alright.
They already
amazing.
could see it.
they already made something in the form of Duck Amuck, but that wasn't so much a platformer, but more so just a mini-game-a-thon.
Oh, we made it.
We found one of them.
Ah,
Hey,
we can do
Huey.
this 2 more
Damn it,
times.
Huey.
A ghost.
Oh no, it totally doesn't look like one of the Beagle Boys in a sheet. Oh no.
Smack it,
What are you
smack it.
talking?
Oh, that's preposterous. Everyone knows everyone knows that apparitions are real.
Exactly. I mean, this is very clearly not a ghost.
It's Boo Beagle.
It's Bouncer Beagle.
That wasn't a ghost
Oh
at all.
God.
It was a beagle.
Actually, going back to the Beagle Boys real quick, that's also another funny thing about the DuckTales reboot. They still have to think about there being like thousands of Beagle Boys, but they actually put in an effort to like make them a lot more individualized. Like you have like some that are like punk rockers, some that are like mimes, and like all that.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're more like an expansive mafia.
Yeah.
It's an extension on the idea of the original show where you did have your specific Beagle Boys doing specific heists. Like you have small time Bouncer, Burger, and whatnot.
Actually, thinking about it, I wouldn't be surprised if their mother had a lot of husbands.
I can see that.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, in all fairness, though, let's also remember how. Let's just also remember how many pups a mother can make.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm also thinking like now that Ali makes that joke, I had this idea of.
Oops.
I was about to say I had this idea of Maul Beagle. I had this idea of Maul Beagle basically being kind of like a Black Widow, where it's like she marries husbands and just kills them off.
Yeah,
Oh.
Why
because
can't we have
they
what
didn't want to
have?
pay alimony.
Don't
Yeah.
hit it. I saw Gwee make
I
the
almost,
motion.
I almost thought,
like,
I
Ice cream.
almost thought, should I hit this? No, I should not do that.
You know, now I'm just wondering. Now just think like, what if Ma Beagle was as any bit despicable as the Contessa was when she married and. became
I just outright
Black
killed
Widow.
someone.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it also helps too. She's a literal Black Widow.
Yeah.
Ba-da-bop.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the.
Hey!
I don't know. I always love the animation of Scrooge just like ducking down and up, like whoop,
Yeah.
peeking up. Nobody here.
Also kind of like the detail that his hat's always in the mid.
Hey, Beakley, again.
Beakley, again. How does she keep finding
I
her way across these levels?
Now, where did you come
Also,
from?
Scrooge,
Well, that is one-
you're kind of floating a little bit.
Yeah, he's standing on his tiptoe there. Let's see. Ice cream, cake.
Kick.
Marvelous job, as usual, Mrs. Weekly.
How do you keep them? How do you keep them fresh?
She
Don't
has
ask
her
questions.
ways.
You're not prepared for the answers.
Is this the same? Is this the same Beakley actresses from the original?
It's not
show?
the. It's not the same
No,
Beakley. It's
yeah.
Wendy Lee,
Okay.
I think
aka.
I had a
She
bit of.
tried
I
to
had a
get
bit
me
of.
Yeah, I wonder what happened here.
She tried to putt a perfect
But
game.
anyway, just to give James a little bit of a mind blower, yeah, Mrs. Beakley in this game is Wendy Lee, aka the voice director for the Klonoa remake.
She was also Hupo in that same game. Or no, wait, that wasn't her. That was Laura Bailey. My bad. Fuck.
Yeah, you're thinking of Pamela.
Right. Oh, that's right. Fuck me, I forgot about her.
How
was
could you
that?
forget about her? She's a dolphin that can fly.
Whoop. Oh wow.
Well, I remember her
What?
looks. I don't immediately remember her name.
Which is funny because you're a bigger Klonoa fan than I am.
There's just some things that take a little while to click back into place.
Nope, wrong way.
Like that armor's head.
Nope.
Oh,
And I jumped out of the way this time.
Udi.
Oh, treasure
Oh.
chest. Hit it again. No, the
Ow.
other way. You have to get down. There you go.
There you
There.
go. See, we knew you could do
There
it.
you go. Past me.
It takes a bit of getting used to. I won't deny her that.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think that's something that's also should be taken into account, like with all the reviewers back when this game first came out. Like, again, you got those that did like the game. Others will always be a little more critical on the fact that, well, the level geometry is very fucking blocky.
Well, I would say so much, not less that it's blocky, but more so like it's a little. In some regards, I would say probably a little too faithful to the original, because in terms of type platforming, there's really not a whole lot of room for error.
Yeah.
You know,
which-
I will say though, in terms of a remake for an 8-bit game, this is better than Monster Boy or Wonder Boy. Excuse me.
well,
the person that likes Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy was far closer to source material than DuckTales Remastered was for.
Yeah,
the original
but
DuckTales.
to an egregious extent.
well, hence the whole perfect one-to-one classic thing.
Right.
Which actually I'm very
Wrong
interested
way.
because it looks like the next game to do something like that is going to be Dragon Quest XI.
Oh, that's
Huh.
right. I remember hearing with the Switch version they're going to add a new mode where they basically just outright give you a straight up 16-bit aesthetic.
No, like straight up, like the whole open world thing suddenly becomes that. And now you're oh crap, we're all the way back here.
I think I'm gonna actually try.
There you go.
There we go.
Now run.
Not like it does a whole lot, but you know.
Yeah, let's help the speed run past this.
That's
room.
all. That is very true.
On half a heart.
Oh look, it's Techno Baron, not Techno Baron.
Also, I love the fact that like right from here you could literally see the minecart section you were literally just
Oh
in.
my gosh, you're right.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! I never noticed that.
Also, we're totally not in Hypno Baron's castle now.
Yeah, this totally wouldn't inspire
Yeah,
that
you know-
Schmuck's castle.
I kind of had to hold myself back a bit because you said Hypno Baron. I was almost about to quote Techno Baron.
No, I said Techno Baron at first, and I was like, no, Hypno Baron.
Yeah, it's like, who are you and where are your pants?
I'm a duck.
What are you talking about? Ducks don't wear pants.
Speak for yourself, Mr. McD.
Oh, that's right.
But wait, Launchpad isn't a duck?
Yeah, he is.
I thought he was.
I thought he
wait.
was. I thought he was a pelican.
Oh,
Wait, maybe he might be.
Well, I mean, why else? Why else do you think he has that big ass chin?
Well, bottom line, he does wear pants.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. Well, why is his last name McQuack then?
Can
Well-
pelicans quack?
I feel like they can.
Let me look it up here.
They
I'll
don't.
I'll look up what
Then
he
he
is.
is a duck.
Launchpad
for all
McQuack.
we know, maybe it's just a code name.
It says here, quote unquote, Launchpad McQuack. He is apparently of Irish descent as well. His ancestor Rhubarb McQuack was in the American Civil War.
Oh, speaking of Launchpad and code names, I think some of you guys might know this. Did you know that Darkwing Duck was originally meant to be a Launchpad spinoff where he's a spy?
Well,
Yeah,
they sort of did it that way, except they just went the full-on superhero approach.
Apparently, according to this Wikipedia article, in the remake, he is now Jewish and has been proven to be very popular with the ladies. A running gag, including him hooking up with ex-girlfriends while everyone else is on their adventures.
That would
I'm not sure.
That would explain that one thing that happened in that one episode.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you could say that's a running gag if it's only happened once, though.
But apparently, back in the 1987 series, his big motto was, "If it has wings, I can crash
I
it."
can crash it. Oh yeah, the regular Ghost you can't pogo on.
Yeah,
I
they're
figured that
invincible,
out.
and it sucks. Though I kind of like the fact that those ghosts do team up with the fake, with the Beagle Boy.
Yeah.
Like, they're totally on board with the gimmick.
That guy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yep.
Who says heebie-jeebies anymore?
Okay, so according to the official Disney fandom, Launchpad is a Drake.
A Drake.
What's a Drake?
Which is a
it's a
duck.
type of mallard.
Oh, and you know what? It's funny. Darkwing Duck's full name is Drake Mallard. Drake Mallard.
Say what?
Well, I
Which
guess
is
there you
kind
go.
of redundant.
Well, Drake's a common enough name to where people probably can overlook the redundancy.
Well,
Yeah.
To be fair, I think that's the joke. I mean, let's be fair here. That entire show was basically just a parody on the whole superhero aesthetic.
Yeah. Well, vigilante superhero.
Well,
Like
vigilante
Batman.
superheroism, yeah. It's a parody of Batman, among others.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just Batman. They also borrows a lot from like radio dramas, like The Shadow, because his outfit is heavily inspired by The Shadow.
Right.
Treasure!
Treasure room.
Oh boy!
I'm rich. Even more rich.
Which is I'm even
Oh,
more
we
rich,
missed it.
which is
I
unquestionably
can't get
better
up
than
there.
the... Dang it, you should use the last chest, but I was just thinking...
Actually, what I was about to say is like that kind of reminds me of when they were talking about when Scrooge was describing a Flintheart in the remake. It's like he's basically a poor man's me, which, to be fair, still makes him very rich.
Yeah, he's
I
not
love
wrong
that.
there.
I love that. If not, I was going to say I'm rich. I'm even more rich, which is unquestionably better than being normal rich.
Last one.
Jeez, hey, big time.
All things considered,
I
I
like
feel
any
like
big
this,
time.
this, like, if you...
Oh,
if you
and two ghosts.
I feel
His
like on
name
your
is Big
first
Time.
playthrough- Yeah, Big... Oh, right.
But that can't be big time. He's too big.
That's the... Yeah. Honestly, I would imagine on your first playthrough, this would probably be the first ghost you find, because it's, like, literally right to the left.
Right.
Yeah, it was probably meant to be the first one. Just
Oh,
minus,
wow, he got
minus
short
a ghost
suddenly.
or two.
Not so tough without your army helmet, eh?
Wait till the gang in Sing Sing finds out you were knocked flat by an old guy in his cane.
Thank you, lad.
Thank you.
To be fair, though, that would be pretty epic to know that an old man was powerful enough to take down gods or Beagle Boys.
Oh,
Now, what do
Sing
you suppose he
Sing
meant by
Sing is
that?
another way of saying prison.
Doesn't matter.
I just realized.
Quick, lad.
Yeah.
Because I've heard that being used before in the Powerpuff Girls when they were.
Why is it called Sing Sing?
I don't know,
Why
Swing
not?
I don't know-
low,
I don't- I
sweet
don't know the origin of it.
chariot. That kind of thing.
but like,
That's what I'm about to
yeah,
find
I've
out.
heard it as a way to describe
We'll
prison.
meet Webby and the others at the entrance. And
Oh,
Well, that would
look it up.
also imply that Louie's been in prison before.
Or he knows that term.
Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, since we got
Yeah,
all the
so it's like-
paper... Sorry.
Oh, no, I
Yeah,
figured
we
it
got
out
all the
now.
papers. Oh, what is it?
While we're going out, I actually learned fun little time for a fun history lesson, Gwee. So, Sing Sing is not a colloquial phrase like referring to. It's not a colloquial phrase referring to prison like generally. Apparently, Sing Sing is actually the name of a correctional facility, a maximum security prison in New York called Sing Sing
Okay.
Correctional Facility.
Okay, so it's
in
a
the-
specific kind of prison.
Yeah, it's in the village of Ossining, hence I guess Sing Sing.
I'm right
Huh.
here. Oh, what a pretty mirror.
And apparently, the name came from a Native American tribe called the Sing
Logan,
Sing.
you might wanna wrap this up quickly because we're about to approach something very important coming up.
That's all. All right, what's this big ancient prophecy say?
Yeah, all those papers we got from the Beagle Boys are pretty much the key to activating this mirror.
It's Magica!
And I'll say right now, like, James makes the remark about, like, in spite of how lively he is, like, you can tell that there's a bit of age in Alan's voice. It's especially apparent with poor June Foray here.
No question about that.
Yeah, she was actually older than Alan Young was
Yes?
by a couple years.
But she still's got it, I think.
I think, wasn't she literally like 1 year off from being literally a century?
Yeah, in fact, I think
she was like 98.
yeah, she was 98 when she passed.
Yeah. Yeah, but here she was probably
90.
I'm not sure, like 90, like in her early to mid 90s.
You know what's kind of ironic though, the more I think about it? Like, yeah, she sounds really fucking old while voicing Magica here. I look back on like the most recent Rocky and Bullwinkle short where she still portrayed Rocky, and it's like she barely sounds like she aged a day there.
You kids stay here.
I still think she's got it. I think she did a great job acting with this.
Oh, like, I wasn't saying that to, like, detract from her performance. It's still fun. I'm just saying that, like, you can't deny that age was definitely getting to her.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. I'm just saying that it was more noticeable in Magica than Rocky, because again, with Rocky, it honestly, she sounds no different than she did, like, with the Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle movie that came out way back when.
Yeah. Oh, what's up?
Well, I was gonna argue she was like when she was voicing Rocky at first. I'm assuming that she was going for a specific type of voice, like a younger sounding voice. So she wasn't like meaning to sound too energetic.
Oh, by the way, no big deal. We're a millionaire now.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up. Before Logan had that.
No!
Cutscene!
No, I'm not much less richer.
Why must you always meddle? That coin is mine.
Oh yeah, she still has a hard on for our number one time.
Yeah, because basically, it's like, I think the justification is that in some media it varies, but for the most part, she needs the number one dime for a spell to give her unlimited power.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They made a pretty good argument for the few times they did try to go with that. Oh my goodness.
Dude,
Ouch. Health.
You know, never did I figure out that those mirrors could actually hurt you. Then again, I was managed to get around. Anyway, like, I understand the whole I can understand like the justification. Like, DuckTales is one of those franchises where you can sort of have some leeway with suspension of disbelief. And,
right.
Well, the whole deal about the fact that, well, that number one dime was pretty much what fueled Scrooge's empire. So that whole
Yeah, it was his first dime that he ever earned.
Right, and again, it fuels pretty much the richest. What ended up fueling his devotion to being the richest duck in the world, and well, that kind of devotion you could just synergize into its own magical power. She
like takes the material worth and tries to make it actually something metaphysical.
Right. Which
Yeah.
I mean, again, DuckTales is a series where you can where if you're able to, you can totally get away with suspension of disbelief. Yeah. So you just run with it.
Jonathan, your thoughts on the whole matter?
What do you make of this whole thing, John?
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 Oh no.
I think he's rendered speechless.
My sister's trying to talk real quick.
Oh, no worries.
Oh, there you are.
When you get a chance to, is all.
Yeah.
We were talking about, like, if there's any, like, particular villain from the show, if you've ever seen it, like, if there's a villain that you like in particular. Die! Die again!
Oh, almost got her. I think I almost got her.
Almost, yeah. You have to go through one more phase, which...
Honestly did forget how much punishment she took.
Yeah.
Donk. Yeah, I think after... There you are.
There we go.
Oh, you lucked out there.
Why is she dead?
Wait.
What? I'm here.
No, I was saying, why isn't she dead yet?
Oh, I thought, okay. For some reason I thought the connection cut out and you guys were trying to talk to me.
No, you're fine.
I'm back.
There you are.
Back. And off she flies like the buzzard she is.
But yeah, no, I remember seeing a video where she did her voice as Rocky, and like 90-something, she still could do it.
Yeah, like, honestly, it doesn't take that much effort to do.
Yeah.
Well, there are some voices that are a little less taxing on the throat than others, and I guess the justification is that, like, apparently Rocky isn't as hard for her to do as Magica is.
Well, of course.
Magica's more bassy.
And there's also the accent.
Yeah, and Magica, she's got like a clear rasp, so I imagine even like especially at old age, she would be hard to do.
She has a rasp and she has an accent.
Yeah.
2 things that Rocky don't have.
It's hard to say, lad. Folks like her have a way of popping up at the most inconvenient moments.
Aye.
Yep.
Yeah, I was about to say. That's another thing that the remake did. They actually gave her a little more significance than what you just saw.
Now then,
More on that
where
later.
to next, lads?
Well, I guess next was the Himalayans, I think?
No.
Oh, no, African mines.
The African mines is
Into
next.
the caves.
Oh boy.
Looking for diamonds.
And also loosely recreating an older episode of the cartoon.
Yay!
Till next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye for now.
I'm a pilot.
Hey, watch it!
The diamonds, my god, I'd forgotten them completely.